Hi everybody, today we're going to be making a watercolor background for our liner block prints. We're going to be using lots of different textured materials. You've already learned different watercolor techniques and we're going to use some of them today. The first one I'm going to do is wet on wet. Then I'm actually using the back of the brush to incise and add some scratch marks for the paint to go into. I even have forks and different kind of rubber texture tools that you can put paint on. And you'll notice that it gives kind of scratchy lines on there. I have a wooden stick to really even add deeper lines for the paint to soak into. I've got some homemade texture daubers that you can use as well. And of course, toothbrushes are great for adding splatter paint. You can even blend some of those out and just experiment. You can even blow dry to move some of the paint around on the paper and see what kind of different techniques come out with that. If you feel like once you dry it, you can even go back and do a second layer on top. Now it's time to print. I'm actually going to put two different colors on this one lino block. I'm going to use a hot pink in the background. I thought that looked kind of like a sunset, but I just really like the contrast of that bright color against the softer watercolors in the background. I'm then going to add some black in the middle of the tree so that stands out as well. Now it's time to print. I'm going to put my block and then put the paper on top of it where I want that to be printed. I'm going to use one of the brayers to roll the ink evenly onto the watercolor paper. I'm going to peek to see if I did it correctly. I noticed one part needed to be rolled a little bit more, and then there you go. You can see how the watercolor pokes out through the parts of the lino block that has been carved away, and it creates an interesting border for multiple prints. Enjoy making your very own watercolor backgrounds.